Good afternoon, good afternoon. Mwasiba muta, muraire muta, mwirirwe muta. Nitubatangira inywena, Ateenyi radio, tuli hanu okwega orulimi Runyoro. Mbaire nimbasaba, tutekeye dakika emu, tuchulere, tusabire emyeyo y'abagenzi baitu bona abafiire habw'ekirwaire kinu ekya covid kakoona nyindo, kandi tusabire n'abo bona bakuwoyawoya abali kubiha bitabu abali omu maka gaabo nibarajana habw'endwaire enu. I'll try and translate into English for the benefit of the beginners. Our dear learners for Runyoro lesson, you're most welcome. We have just completed singing the Bunyoro anthem, and we would like to remind you that Bunyoro, we have a king, Dr. Solomon Iguru I. So we are going to have a minute of silence to pray for the souls of the departed, but also to pray for those who are very ill, those in hospital, those at home, those who are suffering with this COVID virus. We pray that God gives a quick healing hand so that we don't lose any more people. Many people are dying, children, adults, elderly, young, mothers, aunties, uncles, grandparents. Let's pray to the good Lord to intervene. Okay, thank you very much. Nimbatangira ha radio TGM UK. Nitusima muno ba producer, aba manager, abatuhaire omugisa gunu kukozesa radio yenu n'obugabe bwingi. Yeah, we appreciate the radio producers. We appreciate TGM Radio UK for giving us airtime to learn a noble language, Runyoro, from Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. I welcome our teacher. I'm so happy that today our teacher has managed to log on despite the last challenges. So we welcome teacher Moses Kugonza Ateenyi. Can you wave to your students, please? Teacher Moses, can you hear me? Teacher Moses, can you unmute? Wave to your students. Teacher, thank you. And we've got Oweki, Honorable Alan Bamuha from Runyoro, who has done a lot of research about Mpako and Runyoro culture up to the level of UNESCO recognition. Thanks for joining us. I'll be recognizing the rest much later. So we are going to get on with our lesson. Since I took over the last 2 weeks, I'm just going to give the students a quick reminder of what we have covered so far. Abegi, abasomi, mulirede, mwetekanize, tugendo maiso, kale. Tukatandika, nitwega hali Mpako. Mpako. I hope by now everybody has chosen or their parents have given them Mpako. Mpako eyange ninyowe Amooti. Mpako yange ninyowe Amooti. So I'm going to read out all the other 12 pet names. I hope you can recognize the one your parents have given you. If they haven't given you one, please, can you request for Mpako? And anyone who visits Runyoro, we would like you to get Mpako. Don't leave Runyoro before you are given Mpako. The children who met the King of Runyoro in London, you were very lucky. The King confirmed your Mpako. Every child who met our King in London was given Mpako, or the Mpako was confirmed. Every visitor, every husband, we had our Jungu. We had white men, we had white women who were given Mpako because they are married to a Runyoro. So that's our Runyoro culture. Okay, very briefly, we talked about Zona Okali. Tukagamba enu Mpako yomukama. Only a king can be given his Zona Okali. So, parents, don't go and have a baby boy and give him Zona Okali. Nangwa. Then we have Abala. Abala is also a name for kings only. Hatika tugende, Mpako ezindi, omuntu wena ali Runyoro, rundo mwana azairwe Runyoro, eiva muhereza. Twina Abwoli. Abwoli can be a boy or a girl. Abwoli aba mwana mwisiki rundo mojo. Twina Achali. Achali aba mojo wenka. Achali is only for boys. So parents, don't go and give your daughter Achali. Nangwa. We have Akiki. Akiki can be a boy or a girl. Akiki bagigabira omwana omwisiki rundi omwojo. Arali. Arali aba mwana mwojo. Please, parents, don't have a baby girl and call Arali. Runyoro natoro tikiriyo. We have Ateenyi. Ateenyi can be omwana mwisiki rundo mojo. Ateenyi, boy or girl. Apuli is only a boy. Don't give a baby girl Apuli. Yeah, but in Toro, they use it to refer to any child, but not that is your pet name. Apuli, netera maizi. Apuli, mpaya akagati. So, Apuli, but in Runyoro and Toro, it is only for boys. I hope I've not forgotten anyone's Zimbako like last time. Atwoki, have we talked about Atwoki? Yes, Empaka Atwoki is for boys and girls. Omwisiki rundo mojo. Hati obutwamazire Empako. We said, but what do you use Empako for? We use Empako. Hey, I have forgotten mine, though I told you I'm Amooti. Amooti can be a boy or a girl. Ati twagamba. Ati ompaire Empako. What do I use it for? Ngikoleseki. Empako ngikoleseki. Hataho nuho twagambire. We said we use pet names. Oh, sorry, we said we won't use a pet name. That was a Mujungu. That was a Muzungu who called the pet name because they love their pets so much. So when they found everybody fondly talking to the other, Amooti, Ateenyi, so they decided to call it pet name. But for us, we have said we will call it a praise name. Ekintu kyokwenyumirizamu, ekintu kyokwoleka okugonza, omubunyoro. Hati twagamba. Tukyayeberwa adyeri aba mwojo rundo muisiki. Empaka adyeri. Hati katugende. Hakuramukya. Katugende hakuramukya. Omuntu omanyota empako ye. No twagambire. Omuntu omukaguza. Omukaguza empako ye. In other words, before you greet someone and you are meeting them for the first time, you need to know their empako. Hata ono tugambire. Ojakaguza. Empako yawe. Niwoha. Very politely. What is your empako? Empako yawe niwoha. In Toro, they use the last one. Empako yawe ni yeha. Hataho, you reply. Empako yange. Ninyowe Amooti. Now we are getting serious. So I've told you my empako, and I want to know yours. That's when I say, Kandi eyawe. Kandi eyawe. Kandi eyawe. Or you can say, Kande empako eyawe. Empako eyawe. Kande empako eyawe. Hataho, that is when you tell the person, you empako. Yeah, if you are akiki, empako yange, ninyowe akiki. If you are Amooti, empako yange, ninyowe Amooti. If you are Ateenyi, empako yange, ninyowe Ateenyi. Okay? Just before we go for a short break, we are going to learn how to greet, or we learned how to greet. Yeah? Tukagamba, it is not a direct translation like Mujungu or in English. It is straightforward. Good morning. But in Runyoro, we have two ways of knowing how the morning is. But first you ask, how was your night? But when someone says good morning, in Runyoro, it is easier to say bukeire, bukeire, buta. Bukeire buta. Bukeire kurungi. Hati you put empako bukeire buta Amooti. So you reply bukeire kurungi. Bukeire kurungi. Ateenyi. Are we following? I think last time we missed out this bukeire. Yeah? Bukeire. Bukeire buta. Bukeire buta. Amooti. Bukeire kurungi Ateenyi. Alternatively, you are going to ask oraire ota. Oraire ota. Amooti. Good morning. You still want to know how the morning is. But you want to know how they slept. How was their night? I think this follows in the traditional Runyoro. You need to find out, because we usually think or say at times abantu, people die in the middle of the night. So you want to know how was the night. That's when you find out someone didn't make it. So they always want to know how was your night. Then we go to the afternoon. Osivire ota. Osivire ota. Amooti. Good afternoon. Oh, how is your afternoon? How is your afternoon? Osivire ota. Amooti. Osivire ota. Amooti. How is your afternoon? Nsivire kurungi. Nsivire kurungi. Kurungi Ateenyi. Nsivire kurungi Ateenyi. Okay? Osivire ota Amooti. Nsivire kurungi Ateenyi. Yeah? Nsivire kurungi. Nsivire kurungi Ateenyi. Then we have one we rarely use, but it is supposed to be used. The evening. The evening. Where we say oirirwe. Oirirwe ota. Amooti. How is the evening? How has the evening treated you? Oirirwe. Oirirwe ota. Amooti. By the way, you put in your pet name. Amooti is mine, but you have your own pet name. So you put it in when you are greeting me or asking me. So that person will ask by your pet name. Oirirwe ota Amooti. Then the person replies, Nyirirwe kurungi. Nyirirwe kurungi Ateenyi, or your pet name. Okay, now that is evening. Then here comes the night. Yeah, the night comes. We wish each other good night also. Yeah? We say, the English language omujungu aijagamba good night. Baitire tugamba orale kurungi Amooti. And you also wish back, have a good night too. Naiwe orale kurungi Amooti. Okay, now you have slept and you still go back oraire ota. We already talked about this. How was your night? Oraire ota. Ndaire kurungi. Ndaire kurungi. Akiki. Then if you want to know that person, you reverse it. Kandiwe oraire ota. Kandiwe oraire ota Amooti. Okay? Kandiwe oraire ota Amooti. I really hope you are gaining some knowledge, you are enjoying how we use empako, how we use the pet name, Runyoro. Yeah? I'm going to let the students think about what we have revised. Is there any question? Please, can you put it in the chat? We are going to go for a short break. Then I will introduce our teacher, Ateenyi Moses Kugonza. Mwebale muno kuwuliriza revision, kuwuliriza okugarukamu ebitwayegere nitweyijukiza. Mwebale muno. Kale. Let me take them up.
Sean Clinton alongside Nigeria's Pro. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. Forever no quarter. Forever no quarter. If you got some waka, work, una waka, twenda waka, twenda laziness, anti waka, mwaka tutupora na waka, twenda vya waka, tingo next time. This ya kisanja, hakuna mchezo, tupina mchezo, anti tukumba maiso. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. I got a smile on my face and I laugh on my face cause I got money in my wallet. Everywhere I go, they say Sean. Everywhere I go, they say Clinton. What's up? KMG. If you wanna be KMG, money is the way. If you wanna be Beckham, money is the way. If you wanna be Sudiri, money is the way. If you wanna be Davis, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. A JS Basics, money is the way. Shan't click on the reno like a MG, money is the way. Brava no Kora, brava no Kora. If you got some waka, work, una waka, twenda waka, twenda business, anti waka, mwaka chikora na waka, twenda bia waka, ntingo next time. Isi ya kisanja, hakuna mchezo, tuina mchezo, anti tukumba maiso. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. If you wanna be a superstar, money is the way. If you wanna be a gangster, money is the way. If you wanna be like me, money is the way. Money is the way. If you wanna go for shorty, if you wanna go for longo, if you wanna be like me.
Bambe tabihuliriza, Amooti tabihuliriza. Amooti wange. Safari esikora. Wanikureka, ubundi nikureka weka, bambi umukitabu weka, embeho nekutera weka. Ati mwenyandole, amani kankyolemu, omanyire kasimaira kako, kakyoza weyaka. Ati mwenyandole, amani kankyolemu. Everywhere you go, Amooti tekerezaho, utafari kambo lyaba, iwandora mungu. Everything you do, amitekerezaho, utafari kambo lyabo, iwandora mungu. Obandi kuhaki, kisembo kekindikwa, obulungi bwawe, n'obwesigwa bwawe. Bangi babaliza ebigambo ebikwiya wa mulamwa, omuleke ogende basake. Bambe tabihuliriza, Amooti tabihuliriza. Amooti wange. Everywhere you go, Amooti tekerezaho, utafari kambo lyaba, iwandora mungu. Everything you do, amitekerezaho, utafari kambo lyabo, iwandora.
Good afternoon. Mwasiba muta, muraire muta, mwirirwe muta. Nitubatangira kugaruka ha isomo lyaitu ery'Orunyoro kanihire buli omu weena atandikire kwega empaako ye n'okuramukya n'okukaguza lwairota. Yeah, we are trying to see if everybody is catching up with us. We don't want to take you at a very fast speed. Thank you very much. Those who are asking questions where you have not understood, please, can you go to the chat room? We are trying to reply as the questions come. So we are now going to start our part 2 of the lesson. This is where teacher Moses Ateenyi is going to join in. Mwebale kugaruka, hatini tugenda kubakwasa omusomesa. Ateenyi Moses Kugonza. Nuwa kugenda kutulolera mu kichweke kya kabiri, kutusomesa ekichweke kya kabiri. Omusomesa anja kumuleka yebazeho obugambo butaito. Ateenyi Moses ate oli hampewo oli arutimbe TGM Radio UK. Louder. Aha. Yeah.
Itwe. Nyowe. We. Itwe. After having known those words, those two words, the first step in today's lesson, if you want, if it can be a successful one, we need to first master these words. I, nyowe, we, itwe. You will realize that we have singular and plural in our words. I means one. I am the one, I am Moses. Ninyowe Kugonza, Moses. Ninyowe. Ninyowe Kugonza, Moses. I, nyowe. We are a group. Me and you, everybody seated there, watching and listening to this lesson today. It is a group. We are making a group. We. After knowing those words, we have a guiding question. We have a guiding question. We said today we want to look at daily life situation. Things, yes, thank you. Things that we normally do. Things that we normally do. Just ask yourself, since morning, what have you done? Are there some things that you have done? Have they, but now point of question, what are you doing? Yes. What?
Network. Hello, hello. Our teachers had a frozen network.
What are you doing? We want to first break down it.
He has gone. Hello. Our teachers had a challenge with the network. He was asking, what are you doing? In other words, what are you doing right now? Hati, okukora ki. What are you doing? Okukora ki. Our teachers had the network challenges.
Hello?
Okay, welcome back.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So we want to try to break down this question. What are you doing? If I begin it very well, we shall see, as I told you at the beginning, that these languages at times they differ. You find that in a certain language, what comes first comes last in another language. Just like we have this question, what are you doing? What? The first word we want to try to break this question. What? Kiki. What? Kiki. You will just break it into 2 syllables. Kiki. Kiki. You are trying to inquire what? What? Very good. Kiki. Yes. You. When we are looking at this word you, we shall generalize it here in this case. We may be, for example, I'm here now delivering some content, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You will realize that I'm talking to over like 4 or 5 or 6 people. You. Then you, when you are translating that word, it will be inywe. Inywe. You. I'm talking. You. Inywe. Just like you. Inywe. You. Then another word is doing. Doing. Kukora. What are we doing? Doing. We normally have some work that we normally do every day. Teachers, we are used to writing time and again. We write time and again. Doing. Kukora. We are trying to mean any activity that you may engage your body to do. It may be running, it may be anything, so long as your body part is you realize is directly involved. Doing. So in simple terms, this question, it says, what are you doing? We may say in simple terms, okukoraki. Very brief. Wonderful. Very brief. Okukoraki. What are you doing? Okukoraki. What are you doing? That one you will say it when you are asking a singular or a single person. Here I will have to individualize. If we have, anyway, I will begin with the nearest person I know. That is Amooti Deize. Okukoraki. Amooti Deize. Okukoraki. I'm individualizing. I'm now not talking to you all as a group, but I am now talking to a single person, one person. Okukoraki. Amooti Deize. Okukoraki. You will realize that talking to one person. But when I say mukukoraki, you will realize that the word that syllable mu, the syllable mu brings in the plural form mu, mukukoraki. Remember we said kukora is doing body in. Mukukoraki. Now here I'm trying to generalize everybody who is listening to me now. What are you doing? Okukoraki. What are you doing? Okukoraki. Then, in case we are to give answers, just ask yourself, since morning, you have had interactions. Since morning, you have not been seated. Even if you've been seated, it's fine. But you will realize that in one way or the other, omubiri gwawe, your body, omubiri is body. Omubiri is body. You realize that omubiri gwawe Sunday, a wonderful one, or it is a Sunday. You will realize that you've stayed home and you've had some things to do, singing some songs, attending to mass, and any other thing related to, But we are trying now to see what we have done since morning. Not forgetting cooking, of course. I believe even if it's been a Sunday, we have had something to eat at least. What are you doing? That question, when we are asking it, it is generalizing both the singular and the plural. Only that, it comes to the difference when, for example, individualizing, going into a direction. When I say mukukoraki, I'm talking to the many. But when I individualize, maybe I say Mr. Alan or kukoraki, meaning that I'm not talking to any other person, but I'm talking to Mr. Alan. Now I want to look at some of the possible responses that we may have. Point number 1. We shall realize that all responses that may come as a way of approaching to this question, it will be in a direct speech. Direct speech. For example, I am now asking, okukoraki. Okukoraki. Let me begin with the singular one. Okukoraki. 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 When they ask you okukoraki, you may have these answers. Let us now first look at some of the doing words that we have around our environment. Since morning, what do we have? Number 1, eating. Eating. Okukoraki. Okukoraki. We said the word I is a singular. Then when we are answering, the word eating, we want to look at some of the doing words we have around our environment. We have said the first one is eating. 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 Okulia. We have said eating is okulia. Then eating is okulia. Now I want to ask you, what do we eat? What do we eat? Let us first now concentrate in that area. What do we eat? When they ask me, what are you eating? Again, I needed to go deep to make someone understand. Really, what am I eating? Just imagine you are locked somewhere in the room and someone is hearing you. Hey, What are you doing? What are you doing? Then you will respond, I am eating. But what are you eating? We need to know. Now let us ask ourselves, what do we eat? Nkulia, nkulia, okuliaki. Nkulia, okuliaki. What are you eating? That is another question now. What are you eating? What are you eating? Okuliaki. Runyoro language is, at times it is very brief. That is why I told you at the beginning that it is possible. It is just a matter of altitude, the matter of attitude and love. Love. Engonzi. Engonzi. Okulia. What are you eating? What are you eating? But see how simple it is. Okuliaki. And that's enough. When I ask you that, I just keep quiet. I just wait for a response from you. Okuliaki. What are you eating? Now let us try to think. Since morning, or since this day started, what have you ate? What have you had to eat since morning? For example, I ate millet. Okukora ki? Nkulia. Okukora ki? Nkulia. Okukora ki? Nkulia. Okulia ki? Okulia ki? What are you eating? What are you eating? It stands in for a short word, okuliaki. Traditional foods, nkulia, nkulia, nkulia. I am eating. Wow. You just see how brief this language is. But it is a very short word, but it carries meaning of over 7 words in another language. Okuliaki. What are you eating? Nkulia. I am eating. I. Nyowe. I. Nkulia. Nkulia. I am eating. Millet. 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 Akaro. Akaro obundi oburo. Akaro bundi oburo. Nkulia akaro. Wow. Akaro, I've liked it because it's one of the cultural foods we have here in Runyoro. I feel great whenever I'm eating akaro. I feel very great. Nkulia akaro. Nkulia akaro. Very short and brief. What are you eating? Okuliaki. You will realize that the other version is long and this version is quite short and brief. Nkulia akaro. Nkulia. Nkulia. Nkulia akaro. Nkulia. Very good. That first letter N, the letter N, we pronounce it as nkulia. 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 Nkulia akaro. Then, what else have we ate? What else? Kikikinde kitulire. What have we had to eat since morning? Nkulia akaro. Nkulia akaro. I'm eating millet. Iwolireki. I will just be up in case you go in your chat room there, you drop what you had or what you ate. What you ate, just go then we shall be able to do it somewhere. Yes. What okulya ki? Nkulya akaro. Nkulya ebihimba. Nkulya ebihimba. Very good. Ebihimba is beans. Ebihimba is beans. Ebihimba is beans. Ebihimba. 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 Beans. Very good. I'm just waiting to see also in the chat room what you had to eat, because you never know what I ate. But I would be very interested in seeing what you ate. Then we see. Nkulia rice. Very good. Very good. Nkulia rice. Nkulia omucheri. Very good. I wish I have a pen somewhere. Cassava. Cassava. Rice. Mucheri. Rice. Mucheri. Rice is omucheri. Nkulia omucheri. These white things. Nkulia nkulia. Nkulia omucheri. Rice. Mucheri. Very good. Then someone ate cassava. I think you just I will join you for supper. Cassava. Nkulia omuhogo. Nkulia omuhogo. Nkulia omuhogo. We can have as many as possible. We can have many as possible. We can have as many as possible in our chat room here as we try to translate. We have had 2 so far. Rice or cassava. Oh, thank you. Potatoes. Sausage.
Meat.
Meat. Very good. Thank you. Meat. Enyama. Enyama. Meat. Enyama. You see? I just believe and I just have hope that you are really following. How many have we had so far? We have got akaro, that is we have got akaro, that is millet. We have got rice, that is mcheri. Very good. Chicken. We have got rice. We have got cassava. On our screen, we have chicken and cocoa. Chicken and cocoa. The other side, we have chicken and cocoa. Potatoes, ebitakuli. And swiga. Someone. Yes, we are getting. Thank you. We are getting as many as possible. We are getting as many as possible. Sorry, I've just missed something. I can't recall. The current one was just dropped in a message in the chat room. Please kindly bring it back. I've missed it. And Swiga, Amooti Daisy, kindly help me. And Swiga is what?
To be honest, enswig, I don't know it in English, but it is a green vegetable. So we have to find out from our elders. We only know it as enswiga because in UK, they don't have it in English. I have to get to the horticulture to find out what that plant. But it is green with when it has flowers, it has tiny flowers, but it brings this small berry kind of fruits. So we are going to find out. For next lesson, we'll let you know what enswiga is in Rujungu.
Very good. Thank you. So in brief, Enswiga, it is also a cultural food. I can just say a cultural source because
Enswiga. Enswiga. Ah, teacher is frozen.
Sharing stories with our grands as the green simpest, then they mix it, they make a very good sauce. So delicious. So it is a cultural food. It is a cultural sauce. Thank you. We have endali. Endali. I think these are all good things, but we need to research really about these things. For the next lesson, we shall have to give the proper translation. Endali. But I can talk about endali. The underground. Can I call them root tubers? Root tubers. Yes, they fall under root tubers because you plant it somewhere and probably under the tree, but during the time of harvesting, you go deep down again. You try to dig around the soil to get. Yes. Yes. Yams, very good. Root tubers. So endali, they also fall under root tubers, but I believe for the next session we shall have to translate. Sorry. We are continuing yams. Ekiuna, yams. Remember, we are still trying to answer the question that was brought to our notes. Okulya ki, nkulya ekiuna, nkulya omucheri, nkulya enyama, nkulya omuhogo, that is cassava. Sorry, that is cassava. Okay. Keep noting some of these things because from here we are going to go in sentence structures. We need to see. We need to see sentence structures. So we are still answering that question. We were asked, Okuliaki, what are you eating? Okuliaki. Okuliaki. Nkulia enyama, nkulia ebiwuna, that is yams, nkulia omucheri. I just have hope that at the end of this lesson, we shall be able to answer this question. Okuliaki. As an individual, okuliaki. What are you eating? So I think you are trying to memorize some things. At the end of this lesson, we're just going to have some recap of what we started with, and we see how we are. Okuliaki. Nkulia, omucheri, nkulia, and the many others. What we have talked about, we have not talked about G-nuts, ebinyobwa, G-nuts, ground nuts, ground nuts, G-nuts, ebinyobwa, ebinyobwa. Okay. Are we moving?
Yeah.
Ebinyobwa. Yes, ebinyobwa. So we need to know these things. G-nuts, that is ebinyobwa. Then that has been okulyaki, it has still been in a singular form. We want to see now in a group. In the case you have got like 4 or 5 visitors at your home, and you are a kind person, you are trying to present something, or you are bringing something, you have given some food to people, to these visitors of yours. When I also come in, I will ask them, Mukuliaki, Mukuliaki. I'm now asking those visitors. I'm just imagining you're all my visitors. I'm now serving. I'm serving dinner. It's okay. You are all now my visitors. Whoever is in his or her room, on your computer there, everywhere, that anything that you are doing, I've served you food now. But I'm asking you, Mukuliaki. I'm meaning all of you. I don't mean, Mukuliaki. Mukuliaki. That is plural. It is in a plural form, meaning that the answer that we intend to give it Mukuliaki. Mukuliaki. We shall give we still remember what we ate in the other side of the singular. We ate cassava, we ate eggs. Eggs is eggs. 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 Yes, okay. Mukuliaki. 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 Mukuliaki, we are trying to ask a group of people. We are asking a group of people. A group of people. They may be 2, 3, 4. Plural is any number. 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Thank you. On the screen we have eggs there. Okay, thank you. Asking, I may be asking 2, 3, or 4. Mukuliaki, what are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating? Mukuliaki, what are you eating? Mukuliaki. After understanding that word mukuliaki, we shall attach the other food that we had. Okay? Mukuliaki, we attach the other foods that, but now in this case, what are you eating? Mukuliaki, mukuliaki, what are you eating? Mukuliaki. But in this case, we shall attach the foods we ate, but you put the word to in this word. These 2 letters, two, it may stand in for tukulia, meaning that we are eating tukulia.
Tukulia.
You get me? Tukulia. Okay. But when you are giving those answers, you don't give individual answers. You will
Tukulia, muhogo, cassava. It's frozen. Hello, our teacher. Our teacher. I think we're gonna have to go on a short break. Katutunge haka break. Katuumuleo kataito. Katuumuleo kataito. Music.
Isebyo musomesa komback again omubanda womukama marumbire Isebyo musomesa komback again a headline entertainment in this Isebyo musomesa marumbire omubanda womukama marumbire I am a pro my joyous abanyoro nyakaitu tubeno kwa bunyoro wala la la lo mutima kwa bunyoro mutima kwa bunyoro mutima kwa bunyoro weno kwa bunyoro mutima kwa bunyoro wala la la lo mutima kwa bunyoro mukurumero bunyoro mutima kwa bunyoro anga kutero muranga kwa bunyoro na banyoro abali mu bunyoro omanyire ihanga ruganda bakwataniza bange tubekimu kobe muganda mutoli mururu murugwara kimuholi mu bunyoro wala la 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 bantu bange nyowe kimiremu ay 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 abanyoro nyakaitu kimiremu wala la 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 kimekiro tokalero kimiremu wala la 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 bantu bange mumpa matwinwe wala la 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 ali habibi amaiso arukinde ate bisikuro wadengoma isebyo musomesa lekansomese
Now, the students are requesting you to repeat from the very beginning. For today, we are not adding on. Aba student batusabire tubanze tubahumuzemu, tugarukemu, halo tandikire, ego tutongera hekiyaka tubanze tugarukemu ali tutandikire revision. Yes. Itwe. 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 Me. You. Okukora ki?
Iwe means singular. Yes, you, iwe. You, iwe. Very good. Look on your screen. You, iwe. Oru, inywe. Inywe, the one down means plural. 2, 3 people. Inywe. Inywe bana inywe. You girls. Inywe. Inywe baisiki inywe. You girls. Inywe. Inywe. Huh? Are we there? Are we there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Then, doing. That word doing, what did we say? What was doing? Doing. What was it in Runyoro? Doing. Can someone help me? Very good. Kukora. Okukora. Kukora. Doing. Kukora. Then when we are asking, we shall say okukoraki. Okukoraki. Are we there? Okukoraki. What are you doing? Okukoraki. What are you doing? Okukoraki. Then in simple terms, the long question of 4, 5, 6 words it has been shortened in one. Okukoraki. 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 Then we had another version for plural. We had another version for plural, meaning can anybody remind me the version for plural? Okukoraki is singular. Could there be anybody who can remind me of the plural form of the question okukoraki? Okukoraki is a plural form. Okukoraki is a plural form.
Single.
Then rather okukoraki is a singular form, sorry. Then we had the version, a plural form for that question. Okay. I think that word was mukukoraki. Mukukoraki. That was plural form. Mukukoraki. 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 Very good. Very good. Mukukoraki. 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 Many. To the many people. To the many people. Mukukoraki. What are you doing? What are you doing? I may ask that question to the singular. You as an individual, okukoraki. I will say, what are you doing? I will say, mukukoraki. What are you doing? Mukukoraki. So, we are realizing that one English statement can be separated to make two. One can be separated, or one English question can be separated to come up to come out with two Runyoro questions. Mukukoraki or kukoraki. Then we looked at some examples. We looked at some examples. Of kukoraki, and we said the first option was, what was this?
Korea.
We are in class. Tulimu class. Okulia. Very good, Michael. Very good. Thank you. Kulia. Kulia. We are eating. Then we are trying to individualize this statement that nkulia. Now we are coming. We are now coming. There are some things that we tried to look at. We tried to look at some foods. Now we want to see if we are eating, or if you are eating, what are we eating? Eating is nkulia. But what are you eating? Can we have some answers in the chat room? Can we go slowly? Can we have some answers in the chat room? We have it in Runyoro, and we see how it is in English, because I want to see whether we tried to pick some. Nkulia omuhogo. Very good. Nkulia omuhogo. Michelle Mugenyi, thank you. Nkulia omuhogo. Nkulia omuhogo. I'm eating cassava. I am eating cassava. We are eating cassava. Tukulia omuhogo. Tukulia omuhogo. Very good, Mr. Alan Bamuha. Nkulia eteke. We are coming up with anyway, we may take it as greens. Thank you. Nkulia eteke. Thank you. Someone is having a very good diet there. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay.
Omucheri. Haroha kulya omucheri.
Nkulia omucheri. More especially those who are putting in much efforts for our people to know our language. Obukama ni busima mun.
Runyoro, Itara, Kugonza, United. Iswabana, Byaruhanga, abakutanga titirisa. Rebenaya, Ritara, Ukwatanize hamu. Wesike momukama, nukotomekeke Runyoro. Runyoro, Itara, Kugonza, United. Iswabana, Byaruhanga, abakutanga titirisa. Murano wikuba, murugaine kuba. Mukusike n'ububi, katupere hari Runyoro. Runyoro, Itara, Kugonza, United.